We hear a lot today about empathy. It's becoming a buzzword, but you can show empathy without being empathetic. When many of us are able to actually feel what others are feeling and pick up their negativity and almost like absorbing it from them, this is called being empathetic, to the point of it not being very healthy. We sometimes take on other people's feelings, whether it's good or bad. This is happening to you. You're empathetic. I call it being an empath. When you can feel what others are feeling. For example, I can feel when I'm in traffic, the person a couple cars behind me who's getting aggravated and wants everyone to get out of their way so they can move ahead. And it's really quite annoying to pick up those feelings. It's not a great experience. If you're like me, crowds are sometimes the worst places to be. Are you empathetic? One way to handle this is to put an imaginary suit of armor on that repels any negativity from you and any negative emotions. We call this Lancelot's armor, just like Sir Lancelot from the Knights of the Round Table. Imagine wearing Lancelot's armor, nice and shiny and bright, and it's reflecting any negativity from you. And by the way, this armor doesn't weigh anything, so it's not going to feel like you're carrying a lot of weight around with you. Imagine the way you do this is you imagine a suit of armor that doesn't weigh anything and repels negativity. You close your eyes, you imagine that you have this suit of armor on and it's repelling all the negativity. Many doctors use this ability to be able to be more caring for their patients and to be able to show empathy and not get the reputation of being cold. Now, they get the reputation of being cold because it's really a defense mechanism, because if they get too close to their patients and something bad happens to their patients, they get very upset. Imagine if you had a family member passing away every week, how upset you would be. Well, some doctors are like this. If they're dealing with patients in critical care and they get too close to their patients and the patient passes away, they can be very upset. And imagine going through that every week. It's terrible. So if they use something like Lancelot's armor, they'd be able to show more compassion and more caring for their patients without getting the reputation of being cold and without taking on those negative emotions from the patients. Use Lancelot's armor to protect yourself from negativity.